I am going to try to give this stream a few seconds to make sure that it's going full on. This is Mossum Vision.
You don't get me confused, man. I ain't no fucking. Let's see. I'll stab you right in the fucking eyeball. Show me the fucking eye. Fucking heartbeat.
Yeah, PC stands for protective custody. There's two types of protective custody. The first type is when you're a bad cop or a child molester. You go on to, well, like for example, an alpha unit over in Lincoln Correction Center. The second type of protective custody is when you know shit that you shouldn't. Like when you're a autistic homeless person who remembers way too fucking much and pays attention to his surroundings, thinks things rationally and logically. Let's listen to this one. This is Angie from the Safeway, and there's more from her. I'm probably going to go through and try to post that up just to show, that we spoke about that stuff earlier, but all that stuff that was. I should probably, because it's actually in here in the comments section. Exactly what time that is. It's also got Alexandra in there. Ah, here it is, 23:45, I believe. Here's the press play button. Sorry, Miss Angie, I brought my own cigarettes today. Oh, great. I was going to say, I record, right? When I'm out in public? Yeah. All right. Some of the recording that I had last time I was talking to you was offline, so I have to go digging for it. So, yes, ma'am. I just wanted to make sure that you were okay with it. I don't want you to get in trouble or anything. And, you can record me all you want. Yes, ma'am. Well, I'm probably going to go through and try to post that up just to show, that we spoke about that stuff earlier, but all that stuff that was on the Safeway website that people were telling me to do, like that was Safeway staff telling me to do those things, and then they get on there and tell me not to. Complain to Safeway pretending I'm some horrible person in there. Well, I just told you, don't you bother with them folks that tell you all that bad stuff, because that don't mean nothing to nobody else. Well, it does. We love it. It resulted in me getting assaulted a whole lot. What I needed is one person to go in with me, and when all those folks, while Candy was sick all the time and trying to pick up extra shifts over at the other Safeway and all of that, and I spoke to Cynthia the other day too. But, did you? Yes, ma'am. I love her. I really do. I know. She's a sweetheart. Yeah. But so. With the people who told me to do that, being Safeway employees, and almost all of them I've got recorded, telling me to do those things, but I got to go back and dig through them to find it. Right. Also, since your husband doesn't work down there at so getting him to, talk about when they were asking me to watch the place and try to keep the vandalism from happening, and as soon as I wasn't there anymore, they went right back to vandalizing the place. And I don't know who all them kids are, but I'm trying to ask around for them. Some of them are up to 30 years old, and I have a lot of their names. They've been beating up a lot of autistic kids in town and either calling them, pretending that they're homosexuals or that they're friggin' sex offenders just because they're different. Like, that ain't cool. One lady. My grandbaby is autistic. I'm all for autistic folks. I mean, we're all different. It doesn't make any difference. You're friendly. If you ain't. I'm definitely mean on the internet, and you've seen me get mean when people are mean to somebody else in front of me. Like, that's not because I want to be mean, it's because that stuff's scary. It's kind of like if I'm yelling, I didn't start off yelling. Somebody swung at me or somebody beat the hell out of my vehicle, and even then, it's... You already know how I think about that. That was shitty because you was right back there that whole time. Nobody should have loved your car or nothing. That was all fucked up. Well, they told me that I'm trespassed for Safeway. I still don't know why. I literally still don't know why. When I was getting those messages saying they were gonna dismember my niece and send pictures of their cock and her open gutted rib cage, like that's what was going on when I was freaking out. And like I was back there, they were putting rocks through my windows, and thank goodness they'd already popped all 4 of the tires on my car, so the tires were new.
Why can't they just let you say let you do your
Because of that stuff that's online on all those Natalie Bollinger sites, all that mean stuff that people did to make sure I couldn't go to my court dates. You can't tell on bad cops; they're not going to do anything to help, Well, I understand why some folks were mad at me, and I understand why they're angry about their phone numbers getting put up on the internet, especially when they did. But people were threatening to kill my family, and they put hands on my family before. Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to hurt anybody either. Like, I didn't go into the Safeway to go beat on people in Safeway or threaten to kill people in Safeway. And I got so many recordings of people who work at Safeway that told me I need to shoot him, or I need to get a taser, or I need to bear mace him. I'm like, man, this is not making me feel any better.
Nathan,
exactly.
Just one of many.
Exactly. So, anyway, I know that being on the sidewalk is okay because it's a thoroughfare, but I don't want to get in any trouble anyway.
All right, honey. Well, take care of yourself today.
Thank you for existing, ma'am.
You're welcome.
There's more people in there. Quite a few more. This one's got even more than that. This video is called, hold on a second. Many assaults at Seventh-day Adventist Tillamook, Oregon, corruption and safety. And I'm going to start playing. This is Ashley. And she actually tells her last name in here.
Good to see you.
Hey, you two, man. How you doing?
Having a rough time. Walnez ain't knocked his stuff off yet. With protection order.
Yeah, Walnut's fucking put my lady on blast all over Facebook.
Well, I've been putting him on blast all over YouTube.
Good. I'll go on and I'll resubscribe or whatever, and I'll share it. I'll pass it along.
Yes, ma'am. Also, I really wanted to thank you.
Different
I know we
channel
got
thing.
off to a rocky start, but you fucking stepping up for me and sticking up for me was badass.
Absolutely.
And I had like 8 different people come up and tell me you did that. So, I mean, when I spoke up, even though I was, pissed off and didn't use nice words, the fact is that you were...
I still got your back, and I told you I would no matter what. A lot of people don't think that about me, but if I say I'm going to do something, they'll fucking do it.
So I heard about some of the stuff you were going through. Last time I saw you before I got arrested, I literally saw you the day before I got arrested, because you came and said that Walnez came and talked to you and that you had to go.
Yeah.
So,
I'm still going through it with Jeff. He's in rehab right now.
that's good.
Court ordered.
That's bad.
Yeah.
I don't know hardly anybody who applies for court order, but I guess Bernie's doing good. Busy is it, right?
Yeah, he says he is, but
I don't know. Like, that's one of the things about growing up with people who are on drugs but not doing it myself. I have my suspicions, and even when people show me every single sign, the fact is that I want to believe them because I need the help.
yeah.
Also, I do tell people what I say.
2 years ago today.
When I said mean stuff about you, I absolutely told you about it. And you were forgiven, and I was forgiven, and but the thing is, that's actual forgiveness. There's a difference between that and going out of your way to find an excuse to be comforted about everything.
Well, I've had worse said about me, so
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
this looks so bad. I'm robbing you.
No, it's definitely not robbery. I just needed to get enough out that I could get my fingers in there. So, see, I'm still having issues.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta get going. I gotta get see you, when I see you from now on, I'll chit chat with you for a little bit. And shit like that.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay?
I don't use your last name on my channel, not out of disrespect, but just because.
You can if you want.
I know, you said that last time.
I'm right. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
But, yeah, no, it's okay. I don't care. Like, but if you say Ashley and anybody from here is watching, they're going to know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I've had a few people talk to me, and I was going to ask you if anybody's talked to you.
No.
Yeah, you were brought up a couple of days ago, so I was talking about the situation on my YouTube channel and how you stuck up for me.
Yeah, it's all good. I don't mind.
As long as I don't lie about you and say that you gave me chlamydia or some crap like
Oh
that.
my God, why would you say that?
That's what Chris Stafford said when he was threatening Amanda.
Really?
Yeah, he stole her gun, or took the bullets out of her gun, stole her mom's gun. He was threatening me with somebody's gun, but I didn't see the gun. He was just telling me he was gonna. He even swung at me and was accusing me of being a little girl stalker and all sorts of stuff.
Oh, wow. That's pretty,
Odd.
that's pretty out there.
Yeah, he actually apologized to me about a month and a half ago. He said now people are messing with his family and he understands, so he feels bad.
Much to Chris Stafford.
Yeah, he used to work down at the laundromat and at the car wash. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it.
A lot of people don't like it. He tends to be threatening and imposing.
But, okay, well, you're going to let me know.
Yes, ma'am. I didn't plan on yakking with you either. I'm sorry.
You know what's funny? That is way late in the video. I'm going to pull this down so you can see how late in the video that is. And then I'm going to show you in the comments. I hadn't seen her for months, but before I saw her at 7:35, so 7 minutes and 35 seconds into this video.
As angry as Ashley might have been with me for saying the things that I said, and as angry as I may have been with her taking my money and running, the fact is when Molnez first started his stuff, I got to hear from a lot of different people that actually shut him down quick, fast, and in a hurry.
They'll
Let him
tell
know
you good
some straight
stories
bullshit and leave me alone.
with real people. I'm stupid and I grew up on Disney and I believe in a redemption arc, which means if you kill somebody, they don't get their redemption arc. They don't get the chance to do what that stupid book they believe in says. Whatever book they believe in. I want you to have your chance. Now let's listen to this next one. All right, this is with Chris Stafford. This is from April 11th. This is also from the stuff that I sent Claire Jordan.
Apparently there's someone yelling in my car about hiring someone to beat them up. Oh, it's Chris Stafford trying to pretend I hired someone to beat him up. 909 PCT. You fucking little girl stalking piece of shit, motherfucker. I told you. Cops are gonna fucking laugh at you, you piece of shit. Yep, that literally just happened. That's Chris Stafford. He assaulted me and threatened my life on multiple occasions. Yep, I told you. You fucking hired somebody to fucking try to beat my ass. Ain't nobody trying to hire no. Stop! Stop! Get away from me! Get away from me! Get
I
away
want you to
from
remember
me!
this.
Get away from me! No, you can't! Get away from me! 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 Get away from me!
Yeah, that happened too.
This is a Tillamook
Sorry.
Library parking lot.
Tillamook Library parking lot, where a lot of that stuff happened. A whole lot of it. This one right here was a full Pepsi can that was thrown at me.
We had to deal with a little bit of this stuff today. A few people screaming stuff out the window. Oh, looks like the youngins just suckers. Every night.
Come on. So yeah, that's reality for me. There's more that has happened recently, but I got to go through and dig through and type everything that's in there. There's also one with Cynthia that I feel is pretty important, and I really feel bad for having to do that. And so many people don't understand that. The things that her husband has been doing, and yes, she absolutely knows I record. She knows that if I can, I record live. These situations and these people are obviously very real. Somebody needs to actually take that seriously at some point. I'm going to take a look at where it is on here. There's a bunch more of these, like a whole bunch. I could scroll all day in this phone. There's a lot of different people that I was in contact with, including people claiming to be DHS workers, although I didn't see any verification of it. And when I tried to contact the office that he supposedly worked for, this is another one of my evidence phones. It's old as all hell. Motorola. There's a lot of this. There is so much of this. I don't want to make this video too long because nobody will want to watch it, but please, I'm going to post as many links as I possibly can in this. Where's phone B? Is this it? God, I'm so sorry. I have too many phones. One of the reasons for that is because I have to buy the cheap phones that if you don't pay your bill, then you lose the phone, or you at least lose the phone number. And yeah, there's just too many of them. And then you guys got to see the boxes of paper evidence. How many homeless people do you think could actually carry that across the country? Obviously, I didn't carry it across the country. I drove it here, and I'm not leaving here without it. I want to show you something. This right here. I got out of the hospital. As soon as I got out of the hospital, I had listened to John Focius screaming at me. It was on 5/14/2024. John Focius screaming at me. And then I ran into them youngins, one of them youngins over at Safeway who likes to bully me. And he stopped bullying me since then. He verified he's an adult and verified a little bit more information about Andrew Wolnez's son and his friends who still won't stop. You see that? It says head injury. That's because Not soon after that, I got hit in the head with something, and I had to go back to the hospital. And they weren't going to call the police. They kept telling me to go to the police. Well, every time I go to the police, they send me around in circles to go to TFCC or ask me why I didn't go to the hospital. Or they say, oh, well, we don't take a written report. You tell us what happened and we'll decide if it's illegal or something similar. Or try to insinuate that because I'm homeless and not paying taxes that he doesn't have to do his job because I'm not a taxpayer. It's disgusting. Someone's alarm is going off. This is from May 18th. This is the day before I was arrested again. Just a few days later. Oh, come on. There he is. I'm going to back that up a little bit. I wasn't sure exactly where that part was, but we'll play it again for you.
You're a fucking parasite.
There he is. Oh, and the first thing I did is call the fucking cops. Sadler showed up and made a piss poor job of it. On the bright side, he did at least finally, after 2 years of trying, I'm going to say for Timothy Sadler, he did show me how to use that little link that they have. Unfortunately, you only get to try to use it once. And then the officer has to resend it. If your phone isn't able to send multiple things at once, that's to their benefit. Unfortunately, it's during that situation that that particular police officer, Timothy Sadler, learned what the problems are with my phone. And then later, when him and all that BS happened with Mossum, the very next day, after them youngins had kept me up all night, cruising around the block trying to find me, screaming stuff out the window, and I'm like, fuck, I'm homeless. Where the hell am I going to charge my goddamn phone? I'll even tell you where I was at. In a wet spot behind some bushes. Well, a row of trees, but either way, this isn't okay. Please do something. There is so much more evidence. I hate to sound like a fat lady trying to get you to buy food for kids in Africa or something, but Jesus, man, this is hell.